Hitting the go live now. Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Inappropriate Movie Database, the comedy game show about content warnings. I'm your host, Nick Martucci. Thank you so much for clicking on this video, or watching live, or doing, I think those are the two options. You can either watch the video or watch it live. I don't understand YouTube. I'm just here. Off to a great start. Just spiraling from the beginning. Thank you so much for watching this silly game show. If this is your first time watching, you should go ahead and subscribe. This is episode 45 of this dumb show. So there's like a lot there, and at least half of them are good. So go and watch those. After you watch this is going to be one of those good ones. I'm so excited for this group of people. They're all returning. They're all great. I'm so happy they decided to play my game again. So let's bring them in. Joining me on the show tonight are Lloyd, Legacy Sharp, Sammie James, Scott Sandler, and Tyler Tuttle. Hey, everybody.
Hi.
Yeah. Let's talk to you individually. Coming off of his win on Monday, spoiler alert for that episode, Scott Sandler is back on the show. Hey, Scott.
Hey.
How you feeling? Yeah.
Pretty good.
You can go for a repeat?
Hopefully.
I hope so. I mean, I don't hope so. I can't say that because there's like 3 other people in this room. but best of luck. Also returning to the show, a guy I love having on. He loves playing the game. He doesn't like playing the game. Lloyd, Legacy Sharp, is back on the show. Hey, Lloyd.
Hi.
So I say this all the time. I don't think anybody has been on the show as much as you have who has answered as few things as you have.
And yet somehow I have made it work, both in recognition and not ending at negative 45.
I mean, the last 2 shows you were on, you ended in the positives.
Yes. Not COVID-wise.
If you got COVID after playing this show, you can't blame me. Also returning to the show, this is her second time on the show. It's been a while. I'm so happy to see her again. Sammie James is back. Hey, Sammie.
Yeah, 7 points.
Again, that's really good compared to some other people on the Zoom tonight. So you got a pretty good shot here. And you know, we talked about this last time. You host a movie podcast, right?
Yeah.
So you're coming in with some knowledge.
Yeah, I mean, horror movies at least. Like I got that.
Well, hopefully
I don't know when any of them came out, though. That comes up.
As long as you just have a general idea, maybe you can walk away with a couple of points. Finally, also returning to the show, I believe for his 7th time on the show, Tyler Tuttle is back. Hey, Tyler.
Hello, Nick. How's it going?
It's going good. How are you?
I'm doing all right. Have you ever considered getting one of those thin, like, microphones with a really thin stick? I'm just watching you. I feel like that would really add to your hosting.
I mean, as a prop, at least, that would be real fun to have. I don't know how much that transfers over to the stream.
You need a classic.
Oh, and the first season of Chucky turned out really, really good.
Yeah, it's a good show.
Oh, I still have to see it. You were promoting that on one of your previous appearances.
Oh, yeah. I'm promoting medium Coke from McDonald's today. Probably the best way to experience Coca-Cola.
Now, like, I'm not a shill for McDonald's, but isn't any size $1 right now?
Yep.
Why the medium?
I don't know. Small doesn't seem like enough. And then those larges, they're like swimming pools. Who needs that much Coca-Cola? Gosh darn. God, oh boy. I end up throwing it away. And how do you throw away liquid? And you just pour it on the street. It's terrible. It's a waste. The ice melts in it and is watered down. It's just, a large Coke is fucking bullshit.
Yeah, I never like throwing away, like, if I never like throwing away cups with stuff still in them.
That's why you gotta drink the Cokes, my dudes. Yep.
Watered down by ice. All right, that's ruining it.
You go to one of the restaurants that has the machine and don't put ice in your cup.
Well, then I'll get warm.
This is on you.
It's not, because I'm going to buy a medium. Be content. I'm going to drink the exact amount of Coca-Cola I want to drink and not a drop more.
So anyway, this is Coke Talk here on Inappropriate Movie Database tonight.
I have a lot of opinions, apparently.
Thank you all for being here. You all know how the game works. If you're joining us for the first time and you want to kind of figure out what's going to happen here tonight, this is the game. I've gone to IMDb, the Internet Movie Database, and I have pulled parental warnings for way too many movies. These warnings are written by anonymous weirdos. I'm still trying to find one of them to be on the show. I'll give you money. You've written 45 episodes of the show for me. I just want to know why. Why do you do what you do? You'll see how this works. I'm going to read
why you feel the way that you do, that these warnings are appropriate.
I'm gonna go through and I'm gonna read these ramblings, and my friends here are gonna try to figure out what movie I'm warning you against. So unless there's anything else anybody wants to add, I think it's time to just jump into the show. And to do that, Lloyd, I'm gonna go to you first. Would you like a movie from 1948, 2009, or 2019?
2009.
2009.
Good year.
All right. First movie of the night from 2009. For 5 points under the category of sex and nudity, a woman slaps her bare legs, swatting away a mosquito, and a man makes a sexual remark inviting her to do that again. Scott has buzzed in. Anybody else?
Yeah.
What do you think, Scott?
Is it Jumanji: The Next Level?
It is not Jumanji: The Next Level.
What year is it from again?
2009.
Oh shit! I thought he chose 2019. Whoops.
All right, for 4 points under the category of frightening and intense scenes, Sammie, this may help you. The movie contains many intense scenes, since it is a horror film. Tyler has buzzed in. Anybody else? What do you think, Tyler? Oh, wait, no, Scott. Scott, what do you think?
Nightmare?
Tyler, what do you think?
Friday the 13th.
It is not Nightmare. It is, however, the other 80s remake, Friday the 13th.
Might be deified. I knew that. I just watched to see if I still hated it, and I do. But I knew that mosquito line sounded familiar.
I really like that movie.
Oh, I'm off.
That's
can't
top half of the Friday the 13th franchise for me.
Oh, this is another strong opinion area for Tyler. We can't dabble in this. We'll be here all day.
I think I wish I could remember the actor's name right now, but whoever plays Jason, I think might be the best actor to have ever played Jason. I'll go that far.
I think he's better than he gets credit for. I think people hold on to Kane Hodder a little bit much. I think the guy from 4 is my favorite Jason. I don't remember his name either.
Corey Feldman.
Corey Feldman, yes. Very end, kind of.
The other clues in this, just for fun, under violence and gore, a man stabs the villain repeatedly with a fireplace poker. We see some blood on the villain's shirt and leg from the attack, but nothing too bloody. Violence and gore, a man gets stabbed repeatedly through the hands and feet by the villain's machete. The villain
Ooh.
eventually bursts through the floor and impales the man on his machete and pulls him back through the floor. And under violence and gore, in the opening of the movie, there's a flashback to the original movie. We see the lone survivor of the killing spree attacking the villain's mother with a machete. So, one round down, Tyler, you got a pretty commanding lead in first place with 4 points. Lloyd and Sammie tied in second with 0 each. Scott at -2. Sammie, you get to pick the movie this time.
Okay.
Would you like a movie from 1963, 1992, or 2010?
Let's do 92.
Let's do 92. This movie from 1992 for 5 points. Under frightening and intense scenes, the title song at the end credit is somewhat sad.
Wow, that covers a lot of
All right.
ground.
For
There's
4
no
points, under sex and nudity, a man rips his shirt open to reveal his hairy chest.
Okay. My childhood. Okay.
For 3 points, under frightening and intense scenes, despite having a G rating, the movie has some surprisingly violent scenes that may be unsettling for younger audiences. Tyler has buzzed in. Anybody else?
Mhm.
What do you think, Tyler?
Is it Beauty and the Beast?
No.
No? Well, I'm going to wait for Nick to say it.
Yeah, wait for me to say it. Yes, this is Beauty and the Beast.
Oh my
So-
god!
Oh,
I
shit!
thought Beauty and the Beast was 91.
Wow.
Do I have the year wrong? I might have the year wrong.
92 was Aladdin. Lion King was 94.
Well, this might be a typo on my part that ruined that. But this is a loose game. We're all friends. Some people saw this movie in 92.
I wasn't alive yet in 91, so I definitely waited.
I mean, you still got it.
Yeah.
Like,
Not
kids,
bad for
That feels
somebody who wasn't
dirty. That
even
feels
alive yet.
bad. I apologize for that. This is why I need fact checkers on this show to double check all my clues before. Just for fun, also in Beauty and the Beast, under violence and gore, a clock is burned by a candle twice, manhandled by a man, and run over with a tea cart. In each case, he doesn't suffer any long-term damage. And under alcohol, drugs, and smoking, in the Be Our Guest scene, there are singing beer steins that have froth coming out of their mouths, as well as dancing wine glasses and champagne bottles that shoot open like fireworks.
Yeah, that would have given it for me. Be our guest, isn't it?
Well, oops. All I can do is apologize for that one.
oops, all 90s.
Scott, it's to you now. And apologies especially to you. Would you have known that if I said 91?
Probably.
Then I can only apologize. Hopefully this movie, I have the year right. Would you like a movie that probably came out in 1960, 1978, or 2000?
2000.
2000. This movie from 2000 for 5 points. Under sex and nudity, some passionately kissing. One involving tongue twisting.
Oh.
Oh boy, you already got it.
Tyler might know what this is. What do you think this is, Tyler?
Is this Scary Movie?
Wow. Yes, this is Scary Movie.
Wow.
I honestly, the clue was good because tongue twisting. I was like, that's got to be some cartoony shit. And I went through the old Rolodex in the brain.
Wow. This is your game to lose.
Going to
What is
play
that,
today.
12 already?
Yeah, Tyler, you're up to 12 points.
I just
Second
need a
place
2-point
is
clue
Lloyd and
and
Sammie, both tied at 0. Scott still at -2. Other clues in Scary Movie, because I wrote them. Under alcohol, drugs, and smoking, people make a bong out of a fish tank and graphically use it. Sex and nudity, a man is stabbed through the head with a penis. Violence and gore, a girl and a
That's
masked
the movie that
individual.
happened with. Sorry, that scene came up in an episode of my podcast. I'm like, that has to have happened.
Oh, yeah, they're
Like,
parodying the beginning of Scream 2.
Uh-huh.
I know too much.
Yeah, violence and gore, a girl and a masked individual are involved in an extended fight scene. Both are thrown against a wall. A lamp is broken over one's head. One is kicked through a door, and one is kicked in the face repeatedly. And frightening and intense scenes, there are several bloody murders, which are meant to be so over the top that they are funny.
Yep, that's a scary movie. All right.
Tyler, would you like a movie from 1936, 1964, or 2013?
Let's go to the 2013s, please.
I'm gonna run out of all of my newer movies.
Well, no one knows what happened in the 30s. What is this? The train coming at the screen? I don't know the name of that movie.
I don't know that a movie that I saw came out in 91, so who am I to talk? This movie came out in 2013 for 5 points under frightening and intense scenes. The last 35 minutes of the movie are emotionally gripping as well as intensely visceral. For 4 points under violence and gore, a man on a rooftop shoots several gunmen with a bow and arrows. Scott has buzzed in. Anybody else? Tyler's also going to take a shot. Tyler, what do you think this movie is?
Those Avengers.
Scott, what do you think this movie is?
Robin Hood?
It is not Robin Hood. And it is also not the Avengers.
But you miss 100%.
Fuck you, Tyler.
Considering one
You
of the
don't take.
characters wouldn't be around for another decade or so.
2013, Hawkeye was shooting people.
Yeah. 2012, the first one came out.
No, wait. I thought he chose. I thought he was in 30s films. So.
Oh, no. He knows nothing about the 30s.
Or anything about the 30s.
This is 2013.
2013.
We had Laurel and Hardy.
Well, yeah, I
Thanks,
feel like I
Lloyd.
could name I could do a couple Abbott and Costello movies.
Lloyd, you're still here?
Yes.
For 3 points under violence and gore, several men are killed by ninjas, and this includes neck breaking, arrow shooting, and suffocation.
Ninjas.
Scott has buzzed in. Anybody else? What do you think, Scott? Oh, are you still buzzed in or are you out?
No,
All right.
Debuzzed.
Okay, for 2 points under violence and gore, a man has a mutant spit poison on his face, which makes him scream and leads to his face becoming blistered. Scott is now... Oh, no, not anymore.
Movie.
All right, we'll go to the final clue for 1 point under violence and gore. A man has his claws, which are bone encased in metal, cut off. A machine then drills into the wounds and starts draining the man of his healing ability. Everybody's buzzed in, as they should be. Sammie, I'll go to you first. What do you think?
That was the Wolverine.
Tyler, what do you think?
The Wolverine.
Lloyd, what do you think?
Logan.
Scott, what do you think?
The Wolverine.
Lloyd, what are you doing to me? This movie is The Wolverine.
Oh,
Logan
I
was
mean,
17.
bold, but
God damn it.
misguided.
Should have succumbed to peer pressure.
God.
This is why. This is why. The one time I think, yeah, this is gonna be it. I'm like, nope. Off my entire continuity.
Well, that just means that you're going to have to buzz in again.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Tyler, you remain in the lead, still at 12. Sammie, you are in second place with 1. Lloyd at -1. Scott at -2. Lloyd, we're going back to you. Would
Great.
you like a movie from 1996, 2014, or 2018?
1996.
1996. From 1996, for 5 points under violence and gore, a woman is crushed and killed by a falling chandelier.
Fuck. In 96.
I think I'm wrong, but I'm gonna go for it.
You got points to spare.
Oh, you know what? Why am I being frugal? I'm gonna guess.
Hold on, Scott's also going to guess. Scott, what do you think?
Independence Day.
Tyler, what do you think?
It's Titanic, but I think that's way too early.
It's a year too early. It is not Titanic. It is also not Independence Day. For 4 points under frightening and intense scenes, the violence is a bit more gory and graphic. The violence is a bit more gory and graphic, is portrayed in an over-the-top, cartoonish way that renders it unrealistic and comical rather than serious and upsetting. It is so hard sometimes when I copy and paste things, and this is how they chose to write. Tyler has another guess. Anybody else?
Not yet.
What do you think this time, Tyler?
Is it Mars Attacks now?
It's always been Mars Attacks. This is Mars Attacks.
Well, it's Titanic earlier.
Yeah, but the movie itself, it's always been Mars Attacks, even when you guess Titanic. Wow.
I just watched that movie like 2 days ago, so that helped me.
I had the year wrong in my head, so
The other clues in this, under violence and gore, a man's finger is bitten off, and we see the bloody stump.
because I know I've guessed Mars Attacks on a couple of I think I did in 97 and in 96 previously.
I think you guessed Mars Attacks on Monday for some movie.
I would have never guessed
So
it.
you were just a day late. Violence and gore, an alien is strangled by a chihuahua and has its head on a human woman's body. So this is way more hilarious than it is violent. And violence and gore, many Martian heads explode into green goo. The Martians are gross looking, and twice we see Martian autopsies.
Yep.
Tyler, you're going so high up this time. You're at 15 now.
All the way to Mars.
Sammie, you're close behind in second place with 1.
Yeah.
Lloyd at
Coming for
-1.
it.
Scott at -3. Sammie, would you like a movie from 1978, 2004, or 2018?
Let's do 2018.
All right.
Oh boy.
The year after Logan came out, as we just found out.
Yeah, fair point.
And we know it's not Logan, so a little bit of a free clue.
True.
Lloyd, please keep that in mind. Do not guess Logan this time.
Lucky Logan, I don't know when that came out.
Same year as Logan. And also same year as the Sam Elliott movie Lucky.
Man,
That's just a thing that I know.
That's a good fact to have scrolled
Logan
away.
and Lucky Logan all came out the same year. This
You finally
movie came out a
got to
year
pull that
later
out.
in 2018 for 5 points under profanity. Shit show was used only once after the fight was over. For 4
One sec.
points.
Oh, wait, no.
Oh, no.
I'm
Yes.
slow to
Oh.
the draw.
What do you think, Tyler?
The Ghostbusters?
It is not Ghostbusters.
Didn't see it. It seems like something they would have said.
For 4 points under sex and nudity, at 1 hour, 7 minutes, the lady from the bathtub turns into an old lady and she chases characters around. However, she is withered, so you can't see any nudity. Tyler and Scott have both buzzed in. Lloyd and Sammie are still sitting out.
I'm wrong.
Oh, wait, no. Sammie, you're buzzing in. What do you think?
Yeah, I feel like I'm way off with the year, but is this Dr. Sleep?
Scott, what do you think?
I withdraw.
Oh, it is not Dr. Sleep.
All right.
That's a good guess.
Not what I meant.
It is a very good guess. There is an
I'm
there is
sorry,
an
I
old
can't.
withered bathtub.
There we go.
For 3 points under profanity, a character muffs the F word when he sees King Kong. Scott is buzzed in again. Anybody else? What do you think? Oh, wait, no. Tyler, what do you think?
Ready Player One?
Scott, what do you think?
Ready Player One.
This is the second movie of the night with Jason Voorhees in it. This is Ready Player One.
Damn.
Lloyd might have the right strategy here.
I will say I think Tyler rescued me. I knew it wasn't one of the recent MonsterVerse years because Kong Skull Island was just the year before, and then King of the Monsters I think was the year after.
And whenever I deviate from the strategy, it doesn't go well. So I'm just not gonna, unless I know.
Tyler, you're 17 points, running away with this.
Going for
Sammie
all
and Scott tied in second place with 0 each. Lloyd at -1. The other clues in this under violence and gore: a guy gets his arm cut off in a video game, and coins instead of blood and gore spill out. No blood occurs in a non-realistic manner. And violence and gore: most of the violence is between players in a virtual reality world where wounds are fantastical and participants cannot be seriously harmed. There are battle sequences, shooting, and martial arts style combat. In the real world, there is hand-to-hand violence without sight of injury. A man punches the face of his 17-year-old son.
Wow.
So yeah, it was either going to be Ready Player One or the new Space Jam. I think they have the exact same plot in that let's just bring in a bunch of other properties that aren't ours that children shouldn't be watching.
Mm-hmm. Get that sweet parent dollar.
Looks like Scott has stepped away. And I believe it's his... Oh, he's back.
Okay, thank goodness.
All right. Scott, would you like a movie from 1987, 1993, or 1996?
1993.
1993. Yeah, let's stay away from 96. It didn't work out so well last time.
No, it did not.
Nick's iffy on the years of early 90s films. So it could
That's
be 94, could be 92. We need to remember.
I barely know the year I was born. Could be 90, could be 89, could be 72.
Go bigger every year.
This movie is probably from 1993.
Probably.
It came out a year or two after Beauty and the Beast.
Potentially.
For 5 points under alcohol, drugs, and smoking, the main drug used is marijuana.
The main drug used is
In
marijuana.
production or the plot?
Tyler has a guess. Anybody else? What do you think this time, Tyler?
Dazed and Confused.
Scott, you're a little late on that one.
Already said it.
Because this goddamn movie is Dazed and Confused. Jesus Christ, Tyler.
Wow.
I want the all
I
time.
thought about it. I was like,
Oh my God.
I gave it another hint. I was
I
like,
thought
fuck.
Dazed and Confused was older.
Tyler, you're
Wow.
going for the high score at this point.
I'm hungry for it. I'm
That
powered.
brings you up to 22 points. I think the high score is 26. And we still have 5 movies left.
This is a testament to the power of a medium Coke from McDonald's. I've been using
I guess
that
I
to
should never
power me.
question Tyler for thinking that Grease 2 is better than Grease 1 because apparently he knows his shit.
Grease is a terrible movie.
It's an immoral movie. There's a difference.
All
Yeah,
right.
but it's both.
Team Nick.
The other clues in Dazed and Confused under violence and gore. And I just got word from friend of the show, producer, comedian Josh Pick that the high score is 28. So that's just something to keep in mind. The other clues in Dazed and Confused under violence and gore: 4 kids in a car knock over a mailbox with a baseball bat, and a man runs after them with a gun. He then shoots at them as they drive away, but no one is hurt. Violence and gore: some freshman girls get partly covered with various sauces and other substances, among other things.
Well,
Yeah, no, I feel dirty.
Substances and
reading that.
things.
I don't like that. Violence and gore: a few freshman boys are spanked with wooden paddles. We see the face of one of them as his bottom is hit 5 times on screen. And alcohol, drugs, and smoking: constant weed smoking throughout. Character rolls joints, buy and sell weed, and smoke it in countless scenes. Alcohol is used constantly also. Pretty much every character is either drunk or stoned by the end of the movie.
Wow.
Tyler, I don't
Yeah,
even
this is-
like that I'm giving you a choice, but you get to pick this movie. Do you want 1987, 2006, or 2015?
let's go 87.
87.
The oldest movie picked tonight.
This movie from 1987 for 5 points under profanity. 14 uses of the F word. Most of the uses are used in one sentence, but the first use of the word is about an hour into the film.
Oh man,
Does that help anybody? I guess it might help Scott and Tyler. Tyler, what do you think this is?
Planes, Trains, and Automobiles?
Scott, what do you think this is?
Planes, Trains, and Automobiles.
That is an excellent guess. It is not Planes, Trains, and Automobiles.
Because
I
Steve
do
Martin
think
did
that
all
it
that.
has a very similar warning to that.
Like in ripping off Steve Martin. This movie sucks. Whatever it is.
For 4
Have me
points,
going, Nick. Have me going.
under frightening and intense scenes, the baseball bat scene is intense.
Wow. Okay. The World Series.
Lloyd, is there anything I could have said that would have given you an idea to what the movie is?
No.
You got a lot of comments on the clues for somebody who isn't buzzing in.
They're helping me though, so I say keep at them.
All right, let's try another. For 3 points under violence and gore, several men are shot by submachine guns. Some blood.
No, not yet.
Okay, for 2 points under frightening and intense scenes, there is a scene where a few men fight on a staircase with guns. One of them chases a runaway stroller with a baby in it while in the gunfight. Some bullets hit the stroller, but in the end, the baby is fine and unharmed. But some of the victims turn out with very bloody deaths. Scott has buzzed in. Nobody else has any ideas. What do you think, Scott?
I wasn't sure whether to answer this because I have a feeling it would be in the holiday movies, but Die Hard.
It is not Die Hard.
Good.
All right. Final clue. For 1 point under alcohol, drugs, and smoking, the film is based on Capone's illegal alcohol business, though very little drinking is shown.
This would be the clincher, but none of us can.
This should give it away for somebody, but
No.
you got nothing? Just to read through one more time, the movie is from 1987, 14 uses of the F word, baseball bat scenes intense, several men shot by submachine guns, scene where men fight on a staircase with guns and the stroller is shot and chased, and film is based on Capone's illegal alcohol business. Scott is the only one who's going to take a guess on this. Do you know what this movie is, Scott?
The Untouchables.
You got the name. This is The Untouchables.
Oh.
With Kevin Costner.
Kevin Costner and Robert De Niro as Al Capone.
Oh my God. Wow. A movie I've actually seen, but
I
could not
thought
tell
about.
by
I was like, no, that wasn't 87.
I thought it was a
earlier.
90s movie.
It feels like a 90s movie.
I was battling myself because I'm like,
But who knows? Maybe it came out in 91. Tyler, you're still in first place, but you've dropped to 21.
What?
Sammy,
how
you're in
terrible.
second
What a
place
loss.
with 0. Scott and Lloyd tied with -1 each.
Bruh.
We have 4 movies left. One more go around, one more for each of you. Let's see if anybody can even come close to. No,
We're in
Well,
striking
anyone's game.
distance of a mile marker.
I'm doing some math in my head, and Tyler, if you say nothing the rest of this game, and somebody gets all of these 5-point clues, you win.
I'm still gonna guess.
So
a
just
lot.
keep that in mind.
We're all in striking distance of a mile
Everybody's in
marker.
striking distance of second place.
I'd
Lloyd,
use my strategy if I were you, Tyler.
I'm going for it. I'm never
Mhm.
giving up guessing. I love the sound of my own voice.
Lloyd, would you like a movie from 1966, 1986, or 2015?
1986. Yeah, I was born.
1986. So you probably saw this movie in theaters.
Yeah, while inside my mom.
This movie from 1986 for 5 points under frightening and intense scenes. Nothing offensive in the film. This film is clearly a film that's fun for everyone. Children will most likely to enjoy this film. Scott has a guess. Tyler's also going to take a guess because why not?
To guess.
Tyler, what do you
Care
think?
Bears.
I'm gonna say the Great Chipmunk Adventure.
And Scott, did you say the Care Bears?
Mhm.
It is not chipmunks, nor is it the Care Bears.
Damn it.
You're really you're gonna love this next clue. For 4 points under profanity, 2 uses of fuck. The other use is said by a man, and he calls the dog a fucker. Brief.
I'm lost now.
Dog fucker.
I assume the same person didn't write both of these.
Family.
For 3 points under violence and gore, the main character smacks his friend over the head after he screws up a prank phone call. Scott has buzzed in. Anybody else? What do you think, Scott?
Ferris Bueller.
You got it. This is Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
Oh.
into Ferris Bueller. What a world.
God damn.
Nothing offensive in this movie.
Bueller.
Yeah.
Look, I'm just here to play games. I'm enjoying this. I'm having fun. The other clues in that under violence and gore, a guy smashes the front grille of the Ferrari with his foot, which sends it careening through a large window and into a ravine. We later see it wrecked in the foliage. In frightening and intense scenes, in one of the last scenes, the main character is caught by his principal, who says he won't let him graduate, but he gets saved in the last minute. Tyler,
only I heard the Ferrari clue. I would have. Oh God.
You've dropped to 20, but you're still in the lead. Scott, you've jumped to second place at 1.
Yes.
Sammie at 0. Lloyd at -1. I feel sad because Scott, you're trying so hard and you're getting the same score as the two who aren't buzzing in at all. Which means you're my favorite. But
That's fair. That's fair.
Sammie, would you like a movie from 1974, 1988, or 2015?
88.
88. All right. 1988. For 5 points under frightening and intense scenes, the acting is excellent. The movie is really effective. So therefore, some people might find some of the film scenes scarier than others.
Wow.
Tyler, I feel like, is just going to buzz in for everything at this point.
Why not? What? I'm having a good time.
What do you think, Tyler?
Is it Labyrinth?
It is not Labyrinth.
That felt a little.
I don't know if I would call the acting in Labyrinth excellent.
I like that.
But then I also wouldn't call Ferris Bueller Nothing Offensive fun for everyone. They're 4 points under profanity. Hardly any for an R-rated movie, and most of the language comes from the villain himself.
Movie with a villain.
For 3 points under frightening and intense scenes, the thematic of this film includes dark witchcraft with symbolology.
Dark witchcraft.
Did any of those words sound like words?
Bird adjacent.
The thematic of this film includes dark witchcraft with symbology.
I understood witchcraft.
All right, for 2 points under violence and gore, when the villain is shot, he is blown to pieces and can still walk and talk. Wait, how isn't he dead yet?
Fuck it.
Lloyd has buzzed in. Lloyd, what do you think this movie is?
I'm totally not right, but I'm taking it anyway. Beetlejuice?
It's not Beetlejuice.
I had
knew it.
Beetlejuice.
I knew it. I had to take something.
Surprisingly, Beetlejuice is a PG-rated movie with a couple of fucks in it.
Said the name too many times now. He's gonna show up.
Final clue for 1 point under violence and gore. A living doll is killed by being shot.
How did I not?
Catches
I'm
on
the
fire.
worst.
I see everybody but Sammie. Sammie, you got nothing?
I'm staying out.
All right. Tyler, what is this movie?
It is now.
Child's Play.
Lloyd, what is this
Yeah,
movie?
it is.
Child's Play.
Scott, what is this movie?
Child's Play.
Sammie, what's this movie?
It's Child's Play.
It is Child's Play. The aforementioned Chucky.
That is just like a doll is killed. That, yeah.
You kind of forget how much Chucky was shot near the fireplace.
Wait, how isn't he dead yet? We got 2 movies left. Tyler, you're at 20. Scott, real close second place with 2. Sammie at 0. Lloyd at -1.
I still have a chance to not be at my lowest score.
I just want to get over 0. I just need to get over 0.
Can I donate one of my points to Lloyd to get him back to 0?
In your mind, you can. I won't.
I'll take 8 of your points.
You don't have nearly as compelling of a story. Nor Stone Cold Steve Austin promo lighting.
Scott, would you like a movie from 1931, 1953, or 1974?
74.
74.
For my time.
Some old shit.
All right. Penultimate movie of the night from 1974. For 5 points under alcohol, drugs, and smoking, the lead character smokes and shares marijuana with a prisoner. Yeah, why not? Tyler, what do you think this movie is?
5 pointers. Is it Assault on Precinct 13?
It is not Assault on Precinct 13.
You know what? I love the big swings. They're just so much fun.
I mean, you had to. I think that's going to put you out of the running for the high score, but
I
appreciate the fervor in which you're coming in.
I love 5-point questions.
For 4 points under sex and nudity, a woman seduces a man and turns out the lights. She makes a veiled comment asking about whether he has a large penis.
Oh.
Tyler, that sparked something in you. What do you think, Tyler?
Blazing Saddles.
Yeah, you got it. It's Blazing Saddles.
Oh,
It is.
That movie's got a jail and penises. It's the whole kit and caboodle.
I
Maybe the
completely
perfect
forgot what year we were in. I'm like,
It's 2021 for a few more weeks. The other clues in Blazing Saddles, under violence and gore, a huge brawl near the end with attacks ranging from mundane punches to silly methods like bad breath and cream pies. Yep. Frightening and intense scenes, the movie is very light for an R rating and has just about the same amount of content you might find in Anchorman, Zoolander, and Austin Powers. So, if it were made today, it would probably be rated PG-13 for crude and sexual humor, some racial epithets, and comic violence. And under frightening and intense scenes, the Reverend character may offend people who are Christian or are in a denomination. There is one scene where his holy Bible gets destroyed after he tries to preach to a racist, angry mob.
yeah, that'll upset the Christians. All right.
All right. Well, we got one movie left, and I spoke too soon. Tyler, you are in striking distance of the high score.
And you know I'm going to guess on that
points.
5-pointer.
Scott, you have 2 points. Sammie, you have 0 points. Lloyd, you have -1 point. Tyler, you get to
Yes,
pick
sir.
the last movie. I hope
Lethal
this works
Weapon.
out for you. Would you like a movie from 1962, 1985, or 2005?
2005, please. Thank you.
2005. The final movie of the night from 2005. For 5 points under sex and nudity, Characters have very exaggerated breast sizes and hips.
Oh man, I want to guess, but I don't have one.
No, not even for the high score.
Yeah. I'll throw one out there.
All right. What do you think, Tyler?
The Incredibles.
No, not the Incredibles.
What was the clue again?
Characters have very exaggerated breast sizes and hips. I do know The Incredibles has one character with very exaggerated.
They were
It's
only
Jack,
talking about her.
obviously.
All right. For 4 points under sex and nudity, the title character wears a low-cut dress that reveals cleavage throughout the movie. And the dress is tattered and torn and also reveals her thigh and femur. Anatomy.
Love a good exposed femur.
All right, for 3 points under violence and gore, remember, it's all animated. Throughout the whole movie, there are no instances of blood. For 2 points under violence and gore, Lloyd, your last shot to end up in the positives. A dead man splits himself in half down the middle of his body to move out of the way of the protagonist. His insides are visible.
What the?
See his femur.
We've had a lot of movies over the last few games end with somebody getting it on the 5-point clue. Oh, but we have some people that are going to try to get the 2-point clue. Sammie, I'll go to you first. What do you think?
Is this Corpse Bride?
Scott, what do you think?
Corpse Bride.
You both got points. This is Corpse Bride.
Oh my God.
3 points!
Not sure where you're getting that math, but I'm also very happy for you.
Oh, I 2 points. I was 0. That's right.
Final clue in that. Under violence and gore, the title character is told that to marry the lead male character, he must commit suicide. Says he is alive and she is dead.
The fuck is that movie?
The Corpse Bride. This was Inappropriate Movie Database. Our final scores for the night. Lloyd at -1 point. Sammie at 2. Scott at 4. Tyler, an absolute amazing run at 22 points, making you.
I think we all won tonight.
It's funny
I won.
If I just
Sammie's
stayed
never
quiet, I
coming
would have
back
the
on
same
the show,
points.
but
Oh, I'll be back next week. What are you talking about?
anytime you want. You have all been delights. This has been fabulous. I've had a lot of fun. Before we go, if there is anything you want to promote, anywhere you want to be found, or just any last words, Lloyd, I'll start with you.
Yeah, some last words. Even though I came in on the lowest end of the scoring point, I probably reached a high for how many times I actually guessed.
That's true. You got 3 guesses in today.
And I ended up doing the worst. What does that tell you? Anyway, I can be found. This is awesome. I love this show. I can be found at Lloyd Legacy 617 on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. If you're on TikTok, if you're not on TikTok, don't start now. It's not worth it. And I can be found at Lloyd Legacy Sharp on Facebook. If you're on Facebook, if you're not on Facebook yet, don't start now. It's not worth it. And you can find out what I'll be doing on all those platforms because there's too much to list here.
Follow Lloyd with everything he does. He is a delight, even if he doesn't like answering any questions. Sammie.
Yeah, you can follow me on all social media at Sammie James. And yeah, I run 2 monthly shows. We Are Trans, which is all trans performers, and Polymorph Comedy, which is a different themed show every month. Yeah, those information for both of those is on the all the Twitter and Instagram.
Yep, definitely go follow Sammie. Like, she didn't say this, I'll say this. She didn't have to do this. You recently compiled a list of hundreds of trans performers, comedians, actors, musicians.
Yeah.
I love that. That was such a cool resource to get some more
book
names
people, damn it.
Right?
Listen, I know there aren't a lot of us. I know we're hard to find. But like if you need, like,
turns out there's quite a few of you.
Yeah, listen, I could only find like 100 trans actors who can play those roles instead of cis people.
Just hire anybody else. Hire anybody but Chris Pratt, but especially
I'm on 3 of the lists.
Hire Sammie.
Yeah, I act, I write, I do stand up, apparently.
Scott, you have anything coming up?
Yeah, my latest episode of the Emperor's New Podcast, which covered the Christmas episode A Giftmas Story, is now available wherever you get your podcasts. Plus I have my previous appearances there. My Twitter is the Nick Fan Club. My Instagram is Scott Sandler 94, and I'll be back in 2 weeks for that second holiday movie episode.
Absolutely. I'm excited for that one. And finally, our winner, Tyler, you got anything coming up?
No, who gives a shit? No. If you want to reach me, my AIM was Weird Al 220. I haven't logged in about 14 years probably, but try and reach me there.
That's a good way to get left alone.
Yep. I'm not sure if it's still a service that AOL offers, but in 2005-ish, it was the premier instant messaging service.
Well,
good times.
Once again, thank you all so much. You were all great. Lloyd, Legacy Sharp, Sammie James, Scott Sandler, Tyler Tuttle. I'm Nick Martucci. You can find me on all social media at Blundering Idiom. Find the show on Facebook. Search Inappropriate Movie Database. Join the group. That's where I book the show for the most part. So if you are watching this, if you've been on before, you've never been on, reach out. I want to have you on the show. We've got a few shows left in December that still have some spots on there, and some big theme shows coming up. We have a show coming up next Tuesday, December 14th at 8 p.m. Eastern. Frequent guest comedian Liz Esty is going to host that one. That's all Christmas rom-coms from Lifetime, from Hallmark, Netflix, all that cheesy goodness. That's going to be a fun one. We have a couple of regular just holiday episodes coming out the week of Christmas. We have a video game episode coming out in a couple of weeks that frequent guest Josh Poirier is hosting. There's a lot of stuff coming out. We got 2 other shows next week. There's so much. So like, subscribe, do whatever YouTubers tell you to do. Watch all of these. Mm-hmm. And hopefully I will see you on the next one. Thank you.
And go check out the Sonic sequel trailer.
Oh, is that out?
Yep.
That's crazy.
I am going to end this video and go watch the Sonic sequel trailer. Thank you so much for watching.
Bye.
The medium Coke.
All right, we are off. Thank you so much, everyone.